Your forecast first, sponsored by Natex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
After a nice day with temperatures in the 70s with all the sunshine, we've now seen our temperatures fall very quickly, with some spots now actually in the 40s. 54 degrees in Jacksonville right now, 53 in Lincoln. We've got Champaign coming in at 52 degrees, and it actually is down to 49 degrees in Danville as well as in Paris. Springfield, though, as you can see, we've got temperatures of 50 with clear skies in our Flowing America weather camera, part of our Roofing Dog INET. Winds are very light. They've been light all day. They'll stay light overnight tonight, with right now winds coming in generally out of the east. So another very nice day for tomorrow's expected temperatures, again into the lower and middle 70s with more sunshine. But we will talk about some warmer temperatures as well as some showers and storms in our forecast as well. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
A student was arrested after a theft investigation, but parents are more concerned about what was found in his backpack.
This is 2019, and people still feel the need to promote things like this.
People in several towns got an unwanted surprise when they got up this morning. What was waiting for them in front of their homes.
If there's any small thing that we can do as people to prevent that from happening, then I think we absolutely must.
One woman died after jumping from a bridge. Now some are working on a way to keep tragedy from repeating itself.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
Oh, wow. I was really shocked to hear that.
A high school student was wanted for theft, but it was what police found in his backpack that has parents on edge. Good evening. I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jessica Coons. Champaign police arrested a 16-year-old Centennial High School student today as part of a theft investigation, but he could end up being charged with more because of what they say he brought to school. This started when the school resource officer found a student suspected of being involved in a theft that had happened off of school grounds. They arrested the student, then did a routine search. The SRO found a loaded gun and ammunition in the teenager's backpack. That teenager is now in the juvenile detention center. Parents we spoke with say they're worried about the influence society has on young people. One of them says the problem isn't with guns, though. It's how people use them and where they bring them.
A gun is not dangerous. A gun will never go off on its own. Somebody's finger has to be behind it.
Are kids influenced too much by what's going on in social media? Maybe it's just too much of seeing what's going on in the country, and they just, other schools.
You should never bring a gun into any school, courthouse, or any government building. I mean, that's law.
The Champaign School District sent a message to parents this afternoon about the arrest and the gun found in the backpack. Police don't think there's a threat to any schools.
A 9-year-old is facing charges for murder and arson after a fire killed 5 in April. It happened at a mobile home in Goodfield. That's about halfway between Peoria and Bloomington. The fire was ruled a homicide almost 2 weeks into that investigation. Police will not release the boy's name. The state's attorney has not revealed his relationship to the victims. New at 10, Decatur police are investigating the death of a toddler. Our media partners at the Herald and Review report police responded to a home near Leafland Avenue and Martin Luther King Drive around 3 a.m. yesterday. The mother called them. The Macon County coroner says an autopsy was done yesterday on the boy. The 19-month-old, his cause of death is still under investigation.
One of the 3 women shot this weekend in Danville says she's grateful to be alive. That shooting happened near East Main and Park Streets. Zaya Petty says she was getting ready to leave Elks Lodge when she heard gunshots. She was shot in the arm. On the way to her car, she saw another woman on the ground who had been hit by a bullet. All 3 women who were shot survived, but that didn't make the situation any less terrifying.
I thought I was gone. I thought I was gone. I was freaking out. I was passing out, and I had a flesh wound, but thank God, but I didn't know what it was. I just know I was bleeding. I felt hot lead. I thought I was going to die.
Police have not arrested anyone, and they are still investigating. People in Douglas County woke up to find what they call an unwelcome handout in their yards.
Yeah, people say the message was confusing but also concerning. Now police are investigating. WCIA 3's Emily Braun is here. Emily, you spoke to the police chief. What did he say about it?
Paul, he says he's been with Tuscola for 40 years, and he's never seen something quite like this. In each bag we saw, there was a rock and a folded piece of paper, leading to what most people I spoke with say are troubling messages. Police are on the case after people in at least 3 communities, including Tuscola, found something unusual in their front yards. When you walk outside in the morning, you might check your mail or pick up the newspaper. But people on this street picked up these instead. We found a few that neighbors say they hadn't found yet. But as soon as they did and saw what was inside, people like Michelle DeLorso knew where it would go next.
I was putting my niece on the bus. The bus driver says, here, you can put it in the trash can. I said, oh, I think I will because it's racist.
Each baggie we saw had rocks inside. The police chief told me he thinks that's so the bags would land as someone threw them out of a car. They also had a folded sheet of paper that said no white guilt and a list of websites that seem to promote white pride and claim that white people are victimized.
Disappointed. Again, that this is 2019 and people still feel the need to promote things like this.
Some neighbors I spoke with say they're discouraged to see this, while others say this isn't about entitlement. This is about people being entitled to their own opinion.
I mean, I know, people are opinionated and, they had white power, white supremacy, whatever, but I, really don't have a honest, negative feeling against it. People have the right to believe what they want.
The police chief told me the department has a few of these baggies as evidence, but the only charge that could come out of this is for littering. He told me these bags were also found in Camargo and Hume. Paul?
Pretty surprising opinion from that last person you interviewed.
Yeah.
All right, Emily, thanks. Well, new tonight at 10, Decatur police want you to register your surveillance camera with the department. They say this will deter crime and help with investigations. Both home and business owners can register. Police say they will not have direct or remote access to your cameras. Danville has a similar program. We have more information on WCIA.com.
The mayor of Danville has plans to help people considering suicide. This comes 1 week after police say a woman jumped off a bridge in town. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen is with us now. Jennifer, they're trying to prevent another tragedy.
Jessica, the mayor says the city will be putting up signs on the bridge with a suicide hotline number and a positive message to remind people of the alternatives to ending their life. On Tuesday, police found a 27-year-old woman in the Vermilion River at the bottom of Memorial Bridge. Officials say she jumped off of it and died at the hospital.
Depression and other issues that come into play with the unfortunate monster we call suicide are right here in Danville. They're everywhere. I mean, nobody is untouchable.
When Julie Carlson heard what happened, she brought an idea to the mayor of Danville.
If someone is thinking of harming themselves, if we can do something to help prevent that from happening, especially if it's something as simple as making a sign, then absolutely we should do it.
The city plans to put up several signs at the bridge with a message about suicide prevention and the hotline number people can call for help.
If we have an opportunity to have some kind of a sign, a message, something that gives hope and a resource, there aren't any guarantees, but there's an opportunity. Somebody could pause long enough to send a text, to make a call, to do something, and to recognize they happen to be in a community that cares.
Carlson's 14-year-old son, Zachary McDonald, died by suicide. She knows what it's like to live and move forward after that painful loss of a precious life. She wants these signs to signify the importance of each person and possibly give hope to anyone considering suicide.
I promise you, this whole world is a completely different place without you. You affect more people than you know. You have more people who love you and care about you than you could ever possibly imagine. And you are needed.
The mayor says they plan to get the signs designed, made, and installed before the end of the year. The family of the woman who died started an online petition to put a fence in front of the bridge. We'll have a link to that on our website. Back to you.
All right, Jennifer, thank you so much. Cross Point and Rosecrans both provide mental health resources in Danville. We will have their contact information on WCIA.com. The Vermilion County Board could approve a budget with a $711,000 shortfall. Board members voted tonight to post the current budget proposal online so people can see it. The chairman says this deficit isn't uncommon. Last year, the county operated with a shortfall of $796,000. They have $5.5 million in reserves to cover any unexpected items. The total budget proposal is $40 million. The budget will be voted on next month. There is a special finance committee meeting scheduled for October 21st to review that budget and make any changes.
It was a first in one country, and one of our own got to be part of it.
Plus, it'd be a big award for one U of I student, why his invention could light up your future.
And she may be a freshman, but she's already a professionally experienced athlete. How the roadblocks from back then helped shape her today.